Coming to the stage right now, you're gonna love him. You're probably sold pot to him apparently. He's the co-producer of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Brian Rabadeau, everybody.
What is going on? I don't know who sold pot to me, but come see me after the show if you did. Yeah, so half of my family is here. That is fucking crazy right now. You know how hard it is to get people to come to a show in New York? You know, I texted my mom asking her to come, and she left me on red. Do you know what that's like when your mom's like, nah, I'm not gonna enable this at all. I don't want to see what you wasted your college education on. That is gonna depress me a little more. So I have a boyfriend right now, which, thank you. According to my friend Mike, that's hella gay. Hella gay. No, I came out to my friends a few years ago. I called them up, I was like, listen, I'm dating guys right now, and they were very supportive of it. They were like, oh dude, it doesn't matter to us. At the end of the day, you still owe us money. Like that's the one thing we care about. In fact, why are you calling us right now? Call us when you identify as someone who doesn't ignore their Cash App, and then we'll actually give a shit. A lot of people say I don't look like the stereotypical gay. I get that a lot. They're like, you don't look like the stereotypical gay guy. Which, they mean that as a compliment, but all it means is that you're out of shape and you dress like shit. That's all that means. It's like, wow, they're so neat and trim in Hell's Kitchen. But you have a gut and look like you shop at Kohl's. So what is... Old Navy discount, all day, every day. Most of my friends are straight dudes for the most part, and like whenever I call them to go somewhere, their first question is always like, well, is there gonna be any pussy there? That's their first question. Like I called my friend Tommy, I was like, hey, you wanna go out somewhere? He's like, is there gonna be any chicks there? Is there gonna be any pussy there? I'm like, I don't know if there's gonna be any pussy at the Museum of Natural History. I don't know if there's gonna be any hot poontang that you can scoop. Maybe you can get laid in the anthropology section if you really got a lot of game that you're pulling. I was talking to my fella recently. We were talking about like potentially like having kids, but we're too irresponsible to have kids. If you're a gay couple, you have to want kids, you know? Like I'm so jealous of irresponsible straights because they can have kids easy. You know, like my buddy Matt, he was like, well, one time, I got drunk with my lady at Olive Garden. We went to the parking lot. And next thing you know, our daughter's born. I'm like, that doesn't happen with irresponsible gay couples at all. You know? It's not like, well, one time we got drunk at a Lady Gaga concert, went to the parking lot, next thing you know, we found a surrogate. Like, that doesn't... Nothing like that. I used to hook up with women, though, before I made the switch. So in my 20s, I actually hooked up with a woman that was like 10 years older than me, which was okay. I mean, here's the thing. The sex was okay, but the life advice was amazing. That was just awesome life advice. Have you ever gotten laid and learned how to use TurboTax? That's... The guy I'm dating right now, he's Puerto Rican, and he will only watch movies that have J-Lo in them. He will not watch any movies that don't have... That's torture right there, okay? I can't watch Made in Manhattan for a 6th time in a row. I will be on a Netflix true crime doc pretty soon, but I have to fucking watch Marry Me again. It sucks because like now, I love movies, so I have to lie to get him to watch movies that I like. You know, I have to be like, oh, J-Lo, yeah. She was great in this movie, Goodfellas. Fucking amazing. There is this movie where J-Lo plays an oil baron in the early 20th century. And at one point she yelled, "I abandoned my boy." You think it's Daniel Day-Lewis and There Will Be Blood. But that's how good of a method actress that J-Lo is that she fooled everyone into thinking she was Daniel Day-Lewis the whole time. I'll do one more. There's this movie where all these guys start like an underground fight club, right? And there's this like mysterious person the whole time egging him on, egging him on. You think it's Brad Pitt, but that's the twist. It was J-Lo the whole time. So I'm Irish. I'm also. Thank you to people that give a shit. I appreciate that. We're actually Irish, though. You can tell because there's like a guilty Catholic, like woo-hoo, like you weren't like that prideful. Here's the thing, like St. Patrick's Day just happened. Everyone wants to be Irish on St. Patrick's Day. That's a big thing. But like, you're only Irish if you're related to a cop, a fireman, or someone who's buried next to a beer factory. That's the only time. Yeah, we're like, we have all of them, basically. Some people are, yeah, exactly. All the uncles who just genuflect in front of the Budweiser logo. That's exactly. You're not Irish until you visit your uncle's grave and you genuflect in front of the Budweiser logo. That's the only time you're Irish. You know, for the longest time, like the St. Patrick's Day parade, they wouldn't let gay people march in the parade, which is really weird because there's nothing gayer than a man in a kilt. Like that is, it's like, okay, we're gonna have all these men wearing plaid skirts and furry hats blowing into a wooden pipe. But if they hold hands, they gotta get out immediately. They can't get out of that. So here's the thing. I have a weird relationship with the word faggot. Don't tense up, okay? All right? I can say it. Fuck off. Fuck you. Here's the thing. Like, I'm from Jersey, and that's just how we say hello. You know, we just call each other, "Hey, faggot, what's up?" But like, growing up, it was just a word that I used to call like someone who was lame or something like that. And, you know, it's weird because I'm like, okay, I shouldn't use that word anymore because it's like a slur against the LGBT community. But at the same time, I don't know what to call fans of the band Maroon 5. Like, what do you call those faggots? Like, I'm like, okay, I shouldn't say that word anymore. Like, I'm gonna take it out of my vocabulary. But then my friend told me recently that him and his girlfriend are starting a dog blog together. And I'm like, there's a perfect word to call you right now. I will end on this. So, I cut back drinking. I used to be a real booze hound. And I cut back drinking because one time I got so drunk, I passed out somewhere. I woke up in the hospital. And here's the thing. If you pass out drunk somewhere and you wake up in the hospital, that bill will cost you $2,500. Just to pass out and wake up in the hospital. That bill turned me from a drunk to a healthcare activist. Okay? Because I'm calling my congressman like, I don't want to live in a country where Americans can't afford to black out in Burger King. Okay? All right, thank you. I'm Brian Rabadeau. Peace, bye.